What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Shosan. Although, before Ron chimes in, I was out last week. I had to go to my sister's wedding. It was very cool. A lot of fun. But
I wasn't going to say anything. We all know already.
Right. I had to drive to Oklahoma with a bad back. It was 14 hours one way. That sucked. That sucked. I'm flying from now on.
Yeah.
Like, that was total bullshit. But anyway, I am back, you guys. Always happy to see you guys here. We already have some fantastic people in our chat. So again, thank you. But, of course, up first, we have some fabulous co-hosts with us, as always. Mr. Captain Damien!
Hi! I was also gone for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it happens.
I had to go... I went to take leave to visit friends and family in Washington. Not Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because on our, we have a page where we talk about the podcast and stuff, and he said that he was okay or something like that.
I said,
and he meant on.
I'm not going to be on the podcast this week. I'm
going to be okay
vacation, but I meant on vacation.
Okay, vacation, yeah.
Love the miscommunication.
No, I was in Washington. I went to Tacoma, and there was a flash flood, and I got my feet all wet. It was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Flash floods, always a party. Okay, up with us next, of course, Mr. Pentherian.
Hey, what's up? I was also at a wedding last weekend, and like 2 weekends before that. But wedding season is over, and my work trips are at an end for a moment. So I should be back for most of the remainder of the year.
Yeah, what is it with October? Because it was just my anniversary earlier, October 3rd. And then my sister gets married a week later. You were out at two weddings. Yeah, that's weird. Seems to be that month. Okay, up next, who do we have? Mr. Ron Clay himself.
I'm not staying in Houston.
Not for very long.
We knew that.
Yeah. Finally, the Q-Koala himself.
Hi, I'm Coles.
Thank you, Coles. I was hoping you'd at least give your name, but...
No camera this week.
Anyway,
Huh?
I can't
No camera
remember.
this week.
What?
No camera, different computer.
Didn't you? I was gonna say, didn't you get a new
Bought
camera?
a whole freaking laptop just to talk to us. I mean,
Right?
It's
now
exactly
he's not using it. It's like $2,200 paperweight now.
Yeah, what the hell? Alright, that's fine. We'll press on. So, we're going to kick things off as we do every week with my favorite part of the show. This is... Yes! News!
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm very excited. Mainly because I am very fortunate this week to be a part of an awesome charity. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons for the Children's Miracle Network. I'm very happy about this. Let's kick it over to Ron here real quick. He's screen sharing. As you guys can see, we are still doing this. This is the 72-hour live event where we play D&D for you guys.
How many hours?
And for
48.
us, 72 hours.
It's 48.
Is it 48? Yeah. Okay, yeah, 48.
You went to the meetings to organize this shit. God damn.
Numbers
Home
mean things.
education. Come on. But no, as you guys can see, we're doing this. This is a fantastic story put together by some awesome people. And again, this is for the Children's Miracle Network. Every cent. At last check, we were at $330 raised on the website. And we'll post that in the show notes. And it's not counting the amount of cash that we had on hand, and I couldn't even get an exact number of that. Because people were just stopping by to see the game and would donate. It's fantastic.
They don't trust Shosan with the money.
No. And that's just it. So a bunch of my co-hosts and other people were jumping into the channel. They're like, well, where's Show? Well, I ended up becoming the tech guy. I was kind of the IT guy in the back trying to keep the stream going.
I was the social media expert while I was there.
Yeah, and Damien and I did a fantastic video on his YouTube page. It's kind of a behind the scenes, so you guys can kind of see how we have it all laid out and everything. It was really cool.
Show.
Yeah.
Do you know where people can find that link?
Where's that, Ron? Where can
That
we
would be at facebook.com/6gaminggg.
Fantastic. I love the plugs every week. I do. It's great. But yeah, it's fantastic. Like I said, this is a whole bunch of us military gamers just trying to give something back, and what a good way to do it. Anyway, if you guys want to check that out, go to twitch.tv/Necronic, NECRONNIC. Is where we have it. And then, of course, once I'm done with the podcast, I'm probably going to end up posting back over there anyway so that you guys can check that out through my channel as well. Now, since we have kind of our own YouTube expert, such as it were, on the show, Mr. Captain Damien, I've heard some really unfortunate news going on with a very awesome YouTuber and general internet personality.
Okay, so there's a YouTuber, he's a games commentator, I guess what he would be called, Total Biscuit. And he did have, I think it was colon cancer, and that went into remission last year, and everyone was really relieved that, oh my god, it's gone.
Right, yeah.
Well, news came out 2 days ago, I think it was, that he had a CT scan and they found some spots on his liver, and it's inoperable, and they say that kind of cancer usually kills the person within 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
Really tragic, and he posted on it, and then the very same day he went on to go do a stream, and he's still been posting videos since then. It just really sucks that this is happening to this guy. I've been listening to Total Biscuit stuff for about a year now, and I've gone back through the entire backlog of his podcasts and everything. I don't know, it's really tragic and really sucky.
Yeah, I mean, the guy really is an internet legend. He's amazing. And he's hilarious.
He's funny, he's influential.
Yep.
So,
I've been listening to him since when he stopped WoW and Cataclysm.
Yep.
And even before then, he put out tons of WoW videos, and I used to watch those all the time.
And now he does a bunch of WTF videos. Like, he just recently did a video on Sublevel Zero, which I watched, and that was like, I don't know, 4 days ago.
Well, he was doing a bunch of stuff with Trump as well on Hearthstone videos and little competitions, which is pretty cool to watch too.
But it's there's one thing I want to point out about this whole situation is that he's really wants to fight this. He made a tweet. What was the tweet again? I don't remember the exact words.
If I remember correctly, something along the lines of
an outlier.
Yeah, well, he says, "Fuck this stupid disease. The average is going up after I'm done with it," referring to the average time to live.
Right, which is awesome. Good on you.
Like, the people who usually get this form of cancer on their liver, they tend to be old or like already really weak. But he's young and pretty healthy, so he could live for longer.
I think he's in like his late 30s, something like that. I mean, he's still.
He's in his early 30s.
Shape.
He's really not that old. The cancer aged him, but he's
I thought he was a little bit older than me.
Hold on.
Anyway.
So just
he's 31 years old.
Yeah, he's not old at all.
No, not in the least.
So one of the things that came up when so I remember his first video where he talked about having the colon cancer. He narrated over a picture of someone very poorly playing Surgeon Simulator.
Oh God, here it goes. Yeah.
Kind of funny.
That is pretty awesome. Way to do that.
So he basically said that he had some symptoms, like blood in the stool or whatever, some pain, and he ignored some of his symptoms. Now, that's not to say that it could change anything, but one of the things that he said in this video is if you're concerned about something and you think you have symptoms, and especially if you're bleeding from places you shouldn't be bleeding from,
right, good.
Get checked out, because I mean I think it's he made a PSA, and I want to repeat that. And really, just I know this is kind of really tangential, but melanoma too, because I know somebody who just recently got diagnosed with some early stage stuff. My mom had late stage stuff and managed to recover from it.
Wow.
If you have insurance where you're able to go see a doctor, and even if you don't have insurance, if you can go to a dermatologist once a year or once every other year and get yourself checked out, just any moles that look funny or whatever, go do it, because that is the easiest way to avoid getting really bad stuff.
Absolutely. Anything new, growing, moles, just, anything weird. If you don't like it, just go get it checked out. It couldn't hurt anything.
Yeah, and that's I had to do the same thing. I've got this little growth that's growing right here on my face. It's hard to see on the video because it's
I can kind of
not discolored, but it's there. So I went to get it checked it out, and thankfully it wasn't anything bad.
Yeah, and that's good.
It might not be the same for someone else.
Yeah,
So
I mean, don't be a
definitely
hypochondriac.
No.
I mean, if you have a headache, don't go to the doctor. If you have a chronic headache,
Yeah.
and honestly, as a parent, and Rox isn't here to back me up, but as a parent, you also get crazy like, oh my God, my kid just threw up. Is he okay? I mean, you can't talk to me, so is it just he's sick, or maybe he's got like some terrible disease or whatever? So
I can only imagine, honestly.
Yeah.
I've got one of my dogs. He's got a growth on one of his legs, and I'm freaking out. And that's my dog, you know. So as a parent, God knows how bad that would be.
Anyway,
it could be something small.
Sorry to derail that, but just I just wanted to put that message out there that if it's a really good way to avoid something that could be really bad is if you feel something's truly wrong, don't worry about the cost of it, whatever, because it's going to cost a lot more and be a lot more painful if you have to do it later.
Yep, take it from me. I had kidney stones that I was trying to ignore. And that got to be a surgical issue. So, yeah, don't ignore these things, guys. Don't do it. And I get free health care because I'm military. So, yeah, don't be me. Anyway. All right, so love goes out to Total Biscuit, of course. Keep fighting, brother. Our hearts are with you, seriously. But let's move on to something a little more lighthearted, or a lot more lighthearted. Steam controllers have officially shipped, and I, for one, am never touching these things. I think this is the worst idea for a controller ever.
I've seen mixed reviews. Some people really like it, and some people aren't into it. I haven't seen a lot of really horrible ones, honestly.
I'll need to play with it to see how. I just don't like the touch. I think that's really bad for a lot of games.
So what you're saying is that it doesn't have enough of a grip for you to chuck across the room?
Oh no, I'm positive I could chuck it across the room. That's not an issue. I'm very skilled at that. I'm just saying.
I really want to get a controller and a link. Because just today I priced out what it would cost to run an HDMI cable through my attic and put it down to my TV, and it would just be cheaper to get a link. And I don't know. I really want one, but I think what I'm going to have to do is wait until like the second version comes out and all the bugs are fixed.
Yeah. Well, see, but what's weird is I won't touch that controller, but the second that I can get my hands on like an Oculus Rift, they're going to have so much of my money just flying up, which I don't understand because it's also going to be a first-gen kind of messed up, thing, but whatever.
I think part of the thing that concerns me a little bit about the controller is that it's from Steam, and while I trust them as a games platform, their customer service is not ideal.
Well,
and so if I'm going to buy a physical product from them,
not only not ideal, it's actually pretty poor. I mean, when my Steam account got hacked, it took how many weeks? Like 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Your Steam account got hacked. Say it's not so.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we talked about this a long time ago.
We talk about it all the time with you.
I mean,
there was recently an interview though where they basically said that the thing where you can do unlimited returns that's part of it, and they're building a ton of infrastructure behind the scenes to make better customer service possible. But we'll see if that ever comes to fruition.
Well, my thing is they've never done hardware before. They're really good at the software, like you were saying. They're pretty good software developer, but they come out with their own Steam OS, and that's pretty bad. At least when I last used it, it was still pretty unreliable. They developed all these Steam boxes that are hardware, and those are getting fairly mixed to negative reviews on them. I don't see this controller doing all that well either for a while, if they try to continue. But that's just me. I'm not touching it, at least. I think Veg is trying to get one, though, right away. Who knows?
So one side thing that I put in there. I guess they were having trouble, and I don't know if it was the link or if it was the controller, but one of them they were having trouble on Mac. So if you had tried to use if you had logged in from Steam on a Mac, I think before today, and you had pre-ordered possibly the combination of the controller and the link, but I couldn't find the specific details. But some people basically got the Valve collection, all past, present, and future Valve games forever.
Oh,
really?
That's a good error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're eventually going to get Half-Life 3 for free.
That's awesome.
No, they're not.
Error on
they're-
your
Half-Life 3
They're
would have to
descend-
come out first.
Their
Well,
descendants
right.
will get it.
You know, so yeah, your grandkids will inherit it, and good. So that's awesome though. I kind of want a Steam Link. I don't know why, but I really think I want one.
I do.
Just so that I could harass my wife, I'm sure. You know, as we're sitting in the living room instead of me being huddled downstairs in the basement.
Well, no, that's exactly why I want one. When my wife says, "Well, I want to spend some time together," and what does that mean? It means that we're going to end up sitting on the couch together, which is fine.
Yeah.
And we're going to watch a TV show. Now, sometimes it's something I want to watch, and sometimes it's something I don't want to watch.
See, that's good for you because it's usually nothing I ever want to watch because
Well,
she wants to watch something. So one of us ends up being bored at the end of that fight.
There's a few shows that we watch, like we watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Last Man on Earth.
I did get her into Doctor Who though.
Doctor Who, Once
more
Upon a
bonus
Time.
to me.
We've got about 3 hours of TV a week that we watch together, so we
That's
can do
good.
that. But other times she's like, I want to watch Dancing with the Stars, and I want you to spend time with me. So I do that. But otherwise, if we had Steam Link, then we could either play games together on the couch, or she could sit on the couch and play with the iPad while I'm playing a game, and I could be like, well, we're spending time together.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm thinking about putting my Wii U upstairs, and then I can play on the Wii U with my little, controller screen, and
Yeah.
she can still watch TV, and we'd be good. But yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting. So, okay, that's the Steam controllers. Now, one of my favorite games that I absolutely love playing, I've had the very distinct honor of playing with Pent and Ron Klee. And Veg, of course, yeah.
And Oba and Wild Bill.
And everybody.
And Pedro.
Yeah, I love this. And Pedro, our lovely freaking striker. That man's amazing. So, Rocket League is getting ready to get the DeLorean.
Not just the DeLorean.
Back to the Future. The DeLorean.
Yes.
From Back to the Future. Yes. And the problem is I don't play it because I play a goalie. I like having the big truck, to block. But I'm gonna have to get the DeLorean. I have to.
I assume all the cars have the same hitbox.
Nope.
Probably,
Incorrect.
but I feel more confident.
Ron, are you sure?
Yes. At least that's what Veg says. So.
I
Interesting.
don't trust Veg.
Well, yeah, no one trusts Veg, but I feel more confident at least, regardless, in that truck. So that's my as Captain Damien always calls it, my little pedo van. I think it's
Oh,
you.
God.
No, that's
No,
Pedro.
that was Veg. It was Veg keeps calling
Veg
it the
too.
little pedo van.
Oba,
Yeah.
Wild Bill. We all call it the pedo van.
I'm not even clear on what you drive. What do you drive?
It's a van. It's a panel van.
Oh,
That's what I play.
what's the license plate and VIN number?
Don't worry
Also,
about
go ahead and give me your social right now.
That's not important. That's not important. All right. Yeah, so it'll be cool. I'm not sure what the immediate cost is. I have a feeling it's going to be next to nothing. I mean, these guys are doing it in homage of Back to the Future. So, now, one that I have been looking for this date forever, and I have no idea who put this in the news, but October 27th, I am really hoping I get an email. Now, who wants to tell everyone why I want this email?
Because the DeLorean is $199.
Well, no, that's not bad. I'll still pay, $2 for a DeLorean. No,
That's
okay.
Email you
It'll be almost exactly 1 week after the DeLorean came back from the future.
Pretty much.
Oh crap! Is it really? That's
October 21st, which is this
Which, by the
coming
way,
week.
is the day I'm leaving for San Francisco.
Wednesday.
Oh.
Wednesday is the day that Marty shows up.
that's awesome. I had no idea they put that
Especially
much.
because for the last 5 years, everyone's been photoshopping that
Oh my
picture of
God.
the dashboard, and it was like, today's the day Marty comes back to the future. But it's not.
Yeah,
but
well-
really, the real day is next Wednesday.
Fucking
That's
hate
awesome.
that. You know what else I hate? The Mars is gonna be in the sky and it's gonna be as big as the moon tonight. Fucking
Yeah,
hate
nobody
that
cares
shit.
about that.
It's
Nobody
so
My
cares
annoying.
about
favorite one is this is the first year in 6,000 years that Halloween falls on Friday the 13th.
Wow, is it really? Holy crap.
I heard the Cubs were going to win the World Series this year. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing.
That's very true, too.
Oh, that's never true. It's the Cubs.
Hashtag
Fiction, dude.
learn
Fiction.
from Back to the Future.
Christopher Lloyd wants to throw out the first pitch if they make it to the World Series, which
Oh,
I think
God.
is
They
completely
better.
not true.
He
Yeah.
deserves it.
Oh, absolutely, he does. As long as he comes out in his lab coat, and the hair everywhere. And
Is
He
this
should
why
just
you-
drive a DeLorean right onto the field.
Hell
that would be
yeah,
even
that'd
better,
be
yeah.
great.
Just
Is this why you
somebody
want to
work
have
with
an
those.
email on the 27th?
No.
No.
Wait, the 27th. That's
So,
2 weeks before Fallout.
yeah, well, yes. And October 27th, back on topic, is when the Overwatch beta is going to start being pushed out. For those of you guys who don't know, and I'm very excited for this, like even more so than my own podcast, Overwatch is Blizzard's, what I equate to as Blizzard's answer to Team Fortress, which is going to be really cool. Really, really cool. It's a first-person shooter, very similar, again, in vein to Team Fortress, with their own little Blizzard spin-offs on powers and abilities and everything. But it's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to this game. Absolutely. And if I remember correctly, isn't it going to be free to play, similar to Heroes and Hearthstone?
I have no idea.
I think it was. I'm not 100% on that, but anyway, yeah. So the beta's dropping. I'm hoping I get that email. Please, Blizzard, please. I know I've cussed you out before, but I beg of thee. Okay, so hey, Penth.
What?
Do you have your drinks available?
I don't have any drinks because
Someone's
Still.
not feeling good. Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. I will drink on your behalf. So,
Thank you.
we are going back to the Marzen style, by the way, Oktoberfest, because Summit Oktoberfest is good. Mr. Roncliffe and Mr. Coles, I believe you guys have something to talk about.
No, we don't.
And that was Lol Esports, you guys. Moving on.
Thanks to the NA teams for going 0-10 last week.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Damien's got something here.
Wait, what
I'm
is
ready for
that? Is
this.
that Tanqueray?
Bottle of Tanqueray.
Yeah.
Wait, it just doubled because you were like, "Hey, I've got these cans of Not Your Father's and
No.
and the blondes."
I just grabbed every bottle around my
Bottle
desk,
of
which happens to
Tanqueray.
be a lot. That could be indicative of a problem.
I think it is.
Maybe, maybe.
The
Yeah.
problem is I'm not drinking any of it.
Well played.
Oh,
Well
well,
played.
well. All right. So yeah, TSM and CLG and even Cloud9 had 4 chances to win a game last week, and none of them did. So there are no North American teams in the final 8. So
Oh,
screw this. I mean, I'm done with Worlds.
yeah, sounds like it.
Origin. Come on, Origin.
Yeah, well, so Origin 3 won the Flash Wolves, so they're in the semis. They're going to be fighting SK Telecom. Good luck with that. They
Right?
3-0'd AHQ. Fnatic also 3-0'd Edward Gaming. I was surprised by that.
Really, Edward, huh?
Yeah. So
Wow.
is that the last of the Chinese teams?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so.
Yeah, you should see the Chinese version of Reddit. Their
Oh.
little thing is on fire.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sure it is.
send all the Koreans back, fire all the coaches. We have 1.2 billion people in this country. We can't get a good League of Legends team.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So, KT Rolster of the Cool Tigers play tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'm going to be headed to the Texas Renaissance Festival then.
Wow. Are you taking one of our old co-hosts, Mr. Rassman, with you, or?
No, it's a work event, so
Oh.
it'll be
A
fun.
work event?
Wait, a
Yes.
work event to the Renaissance Fair?
Yeah,
I seriously need your job.
We're doing
What
a
the
scavenger
fuck?
hunt.
That's even better.
Yeah.
That's
my
amazing.
God.
It's great.
What
gonna
is
be
up
fun.
with
No, I-
Lee's dress? Go find it.
Awesome. So yeah. So screw Worlds. I'm sure
Who's
China
gonna
feels
win?
the same way. SKT. They have no challengers left.
I think Fnatic can beat him.
No challengers left. It's SKT. If SKT and Fnatic make it to the finals, probably be a 3-1 or a 3-2, but I'm still saying SKT.
Okay.
So, real quick, Ron. Apparently, Mr. Fu loves not shower with your father's root beer. That's his new thing. It's a little disturbing. Thank you.
I wouldn't like the taste of that. So let's call
It's
it
a whole
news.
new take.
We're done with news.
All right, so that's it.
What a name for a video.
No, stop taking notes. What is wrong with you?
I'm gonna stop drinking for about 5
Hey,
minutes
hey,
before I
good
spit it out.
idea.
Hey, Joe, did you know that if you lean your head back and pretend you're shaking a shaker of salt down in your mouth, then
No.
you can taste salt?
No. Just let me drink a few more beers and then try
God damn.
it. No, God, why?
That's like
Why
the
to
teacher.
picture
Hold
myself
on a
doing
second.
it?
Dan, you are worthy of this.
There's a teacher in high school I had that had a shake weight, and every day in the morning she'd be in the weight
No!
room with the shake weight.
Oh God!
He just did it to troll his students.
Well, he wasn't. He was just a teacher that he had prep in the morning. So during his prep period, he'd go work out in the weight room with a shake weight.
Oh,
No, he was
God.
just trolling.
I don't know.
You would have to, because I have to ask. Did it give you that cooling, refreshing spray at the end of your workout?
Oh my God. Okay, yes.
Hashtag-
We're done with this
hashtag
conversation. It's over.
no. Or
We're
just
done.
avoided eye contact.
Hashtag South Park. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna move on to my favorite part of the show. Yes, you guys guessed it. I love it. This
Pretending
is,
you're tasting salt from a salt shaker?
I can't take you people anywhere. This is why we can't have a nice show. Damn it. Okay, so what the hell have you guys been playing? Because I don't like my longer name, so we'll figure it out one of these days. Don't worry. Let's see. Mr. Pantherian, since we run the threat of you disappearing, what the hell have you been doing this last week, man?
I've really been laying in bed trying not to throw up, so I really...
That can be a game, though. Depending on how you do
It is
it.
kind of like a game.
Vomit with your dad's simulator.
God. Why?
You know when you're a kid and you wake up in the morning and you're like, Mom, I'm sick, and your fever's like 99.2, and your mom's like, all right, you might get worse, you have to stay home, and then you sit at home and play games all day long, and you don't really feel that bad, and you go to school the next day? It wasn't like that.
Hold on, I have to say something.
It was not one of those.
No.
I could not laugh.
Okay, continue.
I
Anyway,
just
so
have away from my whatever back.
both my wife and I were, we felt like we got hit by trucks and just could not move. So I really didn't get to play anything. I did eventually, once I started to feel a little bit better. I'm playing some more Mario because there's like a gazillion things to do in the 3DS version.
Yeah.
Which Mario?
Really,
The Super Mario
This
World
one.
3D.
this Mario,
That one, Super Mario 3D Land.
Yep.
after you beat it, you open up like an entire like a duplicate set of all the levels that have more challenges.
Yeah, much
And
harder.
then every level you can also try to get the golden flag, and then you can also get all the flags. Spoiler alert.
I don't think that counts, but
With
yeah.
Luigi. Okay, spoiler done.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Yeah.
What do you get?
Time out, bad guys.
The spoiler warning's gonna get edited out, and
Okay.
you know.
Oh, I don't plan to do that.
And I'm playing a little bit more Witcher 2, trying to finally finish it so that I can go and buy Witcher 3 and play that.
There you
Game
go.
of the Year edition.
That works. All right, Coles. What the hell have you been doing? Oh mighty panda, koala,
I've been
whatever.
playing this weird game. It has a lot to do with books and highlighters and pens and notebooks.
Oh, is this homework?
Do they call that homework simulator?
Yeah, homework simulator. There you go.
Yeah.
If they ever make that game, I'll buy it just despite it.
Well, you already know how to fucking beat the games, I hope.
Right? There we go.
He knows how to fuck and beat the game.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
that good.
Oh,
do you
that's
think
not a,
paying your
that's
way
not a
through
good
college?
thing.
I mean, come on. There's only so many ways to pay your way through college. He figured out the best.
Anyway, I played a little bit of WildStar. Not a ton.
It went free to play.
Well, I went free to play, and then I started playing it. They've changed so many things since its initial release that I get in the game and I'm literally at level 50 and confused as hell what to do. So,
Yeah.
Then there's, I've been playing quite a bit of League. I have the college League team. We're horrible. We're 0-2 right now.
Oh. What's your league team?
Montana Tech.
Interesting, though.
We just have yeah, but I got to Plat 2 from Plat 5 this week.
Nice.
So if I get to Diamond, I quit. I've done everything with the game that I wanted to.
That works, I suppose. That's awesome.
Trolls. There's trolls everywhere.
Everywhere.
Don't matter what elo you get. Anyway, that's about it. Just looking for. I've been like researching a ton of like Fallout 3 or 4 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I got the Pip-Boy edition, so I'm looking forward to playing it.
I'm impressed you could afford it. Jesus, even I can't afford
He
that.
afforded a $2,200 laptop just to talk to us. Of
That's
course he's
true. That's a very good point. That's a very good
my
point.
videos are making me a lot of money.
Apparently, yeah. We noticed. I don't even have that game. I don't even have Fallout 4 pre-ordered on Steam yet. So kudos to you for getting a Pip-Boy.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Looks
Awesome. All right. Let's see. Runckley, yours is short, no doubt. What the hell have you been playing?
Well, I've been doing a little bit of Descent, playing on the Descent Champions Ladder a little bit this week because I'm not going to be able to for a while, I don't think.
Right. And that's why I said you're short. I mean,
But the cool thing about it is I got my roommate from 96, 97 who actually introduced me to Descent 2. I got him to start playing the game again.
Nice.
And we were playing last night. We played for like 3 hours. There's like 380 points in the game. It was like ridiculous. It was so much fun, and hopefully he keeps playing. So, yeah, we're getting new people all the time. So I'm actually winning games again. I've won 3 games this season, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. Still not where I used to be with it, but I'm noticing a lot of improvement very fast, which is really good. Necrodancer, I did a little Eli Deathless this week, which is Eli's the guy that has the infinite bombs and you can kick the bombs away. A lot of people don't like playing him, so his Deathless score was really low, and I ended up getting 5th by just getting 18 wins. So that was a pretty easy one for me.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'd love to bring up the next game, but they're post the next game on the website. But their website is down, but we'll do it anyway. Been doing some sub-level 0. I talked about Total Biscuit doing that WTF video on the game, and I was like, okay, I got to play this a couple more times. So I tried to do a really fast run, and I got by the reactor from hell in sub-level 3, and immediately died to like the first mob on the next level. It was ridiculous. It was terrible. It's
Awesome.
like I get past the hard part, and I died at the easy part.
Right. Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
So, yeah, I don't know. And then on mobile, I've been doing Tetris Blitz. I got to Platinum 2 stars. There's only 1 star left in this particular in Platinum before I can do Diamond. But what sucks about it is that I can't really play a whole lot on the weekend with me moving. At least not enough to get enough coins to get the power-ups I need to compete at this current level.
Right.
So I'm probably going to be losing it this weekend, which sucks. But with a 3-day drive coming up, I might get it back. So
Yeah.
pretty exciting. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up, so for some reason I got this idea in my head for a website, and I haven't done anything about it yet. But basically,
The 6 gaming site?
that's going to be coming soon, by the way.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
But,
wait.
You have a website?
We will.
No, we don't, but we will. Don't
We
you
will.
worry.
Yeah.
So what I did was I searched the internet for my idea to see if something like this has already been done, and not really, but I found something called Code Combat. And Code Combat's at codecombat.com. It is a online browser-based game. It's kind of like a RPG, but instead of using controls to move, you write code.
Very interesting.
It supports JavaScript, Python, LUA, and a couple others.
Does it have to be relevant code or just random strings of code?
It has to be. Well, I mean, you could put random strings of code in, but your character's going to die.
Interesting. So it's almost a combo system,
Yeah,
as long as it works together.
You're given a set of goals, and you have to write the code that meets those goals. Such as, like, one level you might have to collect all the gems without running into any spikes. On another one, you might have to kill a bunch of orcs or something like that. So it's kind of cool. And my wife even got into it for a little bit, and the characters are kind of fun. The one chick, she says funny things like, "For the battle scars."
Really?
It's just totally
Nice.
random. So yeah, it's a pretty neat game.
Does it use Mobprog?
No.
Oh.
That's not one of the available languages, and nor will it be.
I know just enough JavaScript to get by, so I would never be able to play this game. I mean,
Elpheus is asking for a link, and I hate to do 2 plugs in one episode.
you're going to have to.
I'm going to have to plug facebook.com/6gaminggg. Check
That's
out
right.
the link to the episode 36, and you'll find Code Combat in there.
And actually, just to clarify, it's also learn to code by playing a game. It's not necessarily that you have to know how to code in order
Yes.
to play the game.
Well, right.
will teach you.
See, the problem is, like, when I code, though, I think I hit the backspace more than I do any other key on my keyboard.
Oh, you're doing it right then.
Yeah, you're a
Oh,
coder.
so I do know
You're
how to
absolutely
code.
doing it right
Okay, fantastic. Yeah,
That's it.
This is-
That's all new.
awesome. I do know that, what's that Microsoft compiler that I use? What's the name of that stupid? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it yells at me all the time because it won't compile my code. Because apparently I'm a piece of shit coder. But
Haven't we talked about some other game where it's like it teaches you how to code as the game goes on or something? I feel like we've gone over.
I can't
Stuff
recall
like that.
anything. But I'm still 100% for it. I know we did talk about what is it, like a high school that's making coding part of their curriculum.
It wasn't that. I feel like we've talked about it, but I don't remember anymore.
I don't remember. Anyway, all right. So for me, real quick, again, because I've been on vacation, it's really simple. So Veg, who unfortunately isn't with us this week, that's fine, did get me back into Star Wars. I almost have a level 60 sorcerer. For some reason, I am like huge into Star Wars all of a sudden. I used to hate this game because it was so cinematic and it was slow, but it's amazing now. They've made so many changes to it since I've last played.
Cinematic. How'd you ever get through Final Fantasy 14?
I didn't. I quit. I didn't have time to dedicate to it, and then I just kind of got bored with it. I think I got to like level 12 in Final Fantasy. Now I'm level 56 or something like that, and the cap's at 60. And the new expansion's coming out here soon on top of it, which is going to change everything again. So a ton of Final Fantasy. Damn it, Ron! Just an absolute ton of Star Wars. It's a lot of fun, and of course D&D, which I just came rushing home for because D&D is amazing. But that's it. So, Damien, I think you're last up, sir.
Damien?
He's
Damien's
muted,
talking and
apparently.
saying nothing.
My mic is
There we
muted.
go.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
have I didn't have much to play on when I was on vacation, but I did play Keep Talking or Everyone Explodes
How is that?
with my buddy Ken.
Keep talking and
Elias
nobody
and
explodes.
Pat. And it was really fun but really stressful.
I can imagine. I still don't fully understand how it works because
Okay.
supposedly one person has
Yes.
the schematics.
You have one person who is only looking at the bomb. It's supposed to be on an Oculus Rift, but you can just do it on like a laptop or whatever. So one person is looking at the bomb, and he has to describe to them, to the experts who aren't behind the computer, who have a printout of 23 pages of instructions on like all the different components of the bomb. So say there'll be like glyphs or something on it. The person looking at the bomb has to describe to you the glyphs that are on the bomb, and then you have to tell them what order to push them in. Or like they'll describe to you the wires, and there are these certain rules, like hey, if there's a black wire in the 5th position, cut the 4th wire, or something like that.
So, do you have to have it printed out, or can you do this like a PDF and have someone play?
You can have it on a PDF, yeah.
That's one thing I never understood. Like, how's the other guys getting the instructions?
You,
Well,
I
you
was
can,
watching the videos for it.
the game comes with the instructions.
Oh, okay, cool.
So like it comes with a PDF of it, and then you can print it out.
Oh, okay.
And you could have like I think I might buy this and then bring it to like a game, like a party,
Yeah.
and one person will have the laptop or whatever, and then everyone else will just get like a binder with the stuff.
Yeah,
it'd be really good to play
looks a really cool
on-
game. I just
it'd be-
didn't know how it plays.
It'd be good to play like on this. Oh, bombmanual.com
There you
says
go.
Hellfires,
Holy crap.
Yep.
That is
which
cool.
seems like a really bad website to be visiting.
Right.
for
Suddenly
stuff.
the NSA is tracking everybody who links to this.
Oh, awesome.
You know,
A
and
link to this.
here, let me put this all over my Twitch page.
I
Thanks, I appreciate that.
I feel like over time, if you played this a lot, you might become good enough as like the bomb diffuser that you'll recognize some of the situations. But it's written in such a way where, I mean, and if you go to the not a new list, if you go to like
That's a good point.
like for example, there's 6 wires, and then they'll say if there are 6 wires, then if the 3rd wire is red, then cut the 4th wire. If there's no green wires, cut the 5th wire. Like there's a lot of rules that become pretty complicated, so it's pretty unlikely that you'll remember many of them.
Oh, sure. Honestly, so, when Guitar Hero came out, they used to take real guitar players, and they would say, hey, come play this game and tell us what you think. I kind of want to see, like, an NYPD SWAT guy try to play this game, and just to see what their reaction would be.
Nice.
Like, I want to see the real Bomb Squad play this.
I'd be
and
interested
see
in
how
watching
that
it.
works.
All I
I'd
know
watch
is that
it. I'd watch an ad to watch that video.
Yeah.
Every-
like,
every time I play it with new people, I will make the same joke. M is in Mancy.
Oh, yes! Someone watches Archer! Good for you!
Everyone watches Archer.
What's
Yes! Dude, I can't find anybody who likes Archer.
Really?
Even
I like
if
Archer.
the room if I put that on.
I love that show.
It's a brilliant show.
Didn't the new season just start?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to watch it.
You're you're going down in history. Thank you. I love that.
There's a wire with blue. There's a blue wire with white stripes and a white wire with blue stripes.
Yeah. Well, which one's more blue?
There's one that's a teeny bit more blue.
Oh, that was great. I love that episode.
I really want to play that game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And besides that, I started my World of Warcraft Iron Man challenge finally,
Yes.
and I'm a dwarf hunter named Spiarmf. And
What?
yeah.
That's not a name.
Yeah, that sounds like you literally headbutt your keyboard and hit
No.
enter.
His name is Spiarmf, and he's going on the adventures of Spiarmf. And I have a bear called Bo Bear, and I have an eagle called Bird Rack Obama.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, God.
Jeez.
Anyway,
Don't let this guy name anything ever.
Anyway, I'm level I'm level
That's
19.
awesome. I mean, it's so cheesy it wins.
I'm level 19. I've been streaming it on YouTube Gaming, but for some reason I'm having problems with the stream, so everything just looks blurry as fuck. I have also been playing. Oh, the new Civilization Beyond Earth expansion came out, Rising Tides, and they actually added a lot to the game. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm playing a clone of Civ 5 anymore with an alien skin.
Really?
That's interesting.
Like, you can now build cities and expand into the ocean. There are a ton of new resources in the ocean. there are alien cities all over the map, like abandoned alien cities you can actually go into, and they'll give you perks if you explore a certain amount of them. They added they had the affinity system, which was before you could be like, oh, I want to be a robot, or I want to stay pure human, or I want to evolve into a new creature altogether. Well, now you can do a combination of those. So say you could be a robot alien, or you could be a pure human with genetic enhancements or some shit like that. I don't really understand how that would work.
So now it's Mass Effect 3.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting.
But I've been having fun with it so far. I've only put like 10 hours into it, so probably can't speak so much onto it.
I can't believe 10 hours is introductory.
Well, yeah, it's a grand strategy
10
game.
10 hours is the end of a game for me.
It's a grand strategy game. I haven't even gotten through one game yet.
Oh, Jesus.
It's really fun. I'm having fun with it so far, and it doesn't feel like a clone of Civ 5, and I feel really grateful for that, because that was what disappointed me about Beyond Earth in the first place. And yeah, I've been doing missions in Metal Gear Solid 5, like extreme and total stealth missions, and they're fucking impossible.
Tell us how you really feel.
Take bullets like a real person. Oh, great. I'm going to get shot at by everybody. Or break into this compound with one entryway without getting noticed by anybody whatsoever. Oh. Okay. It's really hard. I'm getting frustrated with the game. Like Sho throws a controller frustrated.
Yes. Good for you.
Don't actually
dark side. We have him.
Alright, that's what I've been playing this week.
Fantastic, man. That's awesome. I do know for Veg, who's not here, but apparently Veg got this suicidal, like, I hate myself thought in his head, and he just went back to playing SimCity for whatever fucking reason. Yeah.
Play City Skylines is way better.
Yeah, right? But no, so he's on this emo trip where I'm going to go play SimCity, so I did have to bring that up for him. Everybody feel sorry for Veg. And
I feel sorry for him. He did it to himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you really hate yourself that much that, you know, I think you'd have more fun shoving a red-hot poker up your ass. But, you know, to each their own.
Look, whatever you do in your spare time is fine with me, but...
Right. It's just, you know, leave your suicidal tendencies to yourself. That's all I'm saying. So, all right, with Ron's gratuitous facepalm.
So I've got two things to say. Well,
Yeah.
I'll leave that for my. Well, first of all, I'll say one thing and then I'll leave the other one as my outro.
You can't. Okay.
The first one is that if anybody caught the end of the Michigan State game earlier today, the Michigan punter fumbled the punt and lost the game, and he is now getting death threats in the last 3 hours. Yep.
Wasn't that on just like 2 hours ago?
Yep.
Wow.
It's people take their sporty McSportitions
Apparently.
very seriously. Anyway, I'll save my other thought for
this
sign-off.
moment coming up real soon. But first, we have to kick things off with my favorite part of the show. I look forward to this every week. This is the 6 Gaming Round Table. Table.
What's with the
Nice.
echoes?
You like the echo? I had to. Yeah. All right. So today's 6 Gaming Roundtable is a simple question, if you guys don't know, that I pose to our fellow co-hosts every week. We discuss something random, something relevant. It doesn't matter, but there's always a question. This week is a very interesting one. Do you think that there will be a day when console, PC, and handheld games all become one, all merged together?
This is a hard one. Because you would think that with the way that technology is going, that this is inevitable, but then you have to throw all the corporations into the mix.
Well, yeah, very true.
I don't think that this will happen in our lifetimes.
Well, to play devil's advocate, though, let's do a really good example of Assassin's Creed. You have an app for all the phones that tie into the game. You have a game on every single console, including PC, and their own websites that are all dedicated to this. Like, it's almost as homogenous, I guess you could say, as you can get.
Well, I mean, Rocket League has PS4 and PC connected.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
we could talk about examples where you can play one particular game on a whole bunch of platforms, but to have to get it to the point where your PC or your handheld or your Xbox or whatever or your PlayStation, it's all the same device.
I don't think it'd be a good thing, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah,
Like,
no,
I think it
I
would be
see
a
what
great
Ron's
thing.
getting at, and that's actually a really interesting point because you're right. I think there's too many wars that would go on between
But
corporations.
I think that you're looking at it a little bit differently, though. Bye, Captain.
Yeah, he had to step away for a minute.
So, I mean, we're not going to get it so that everyone makes, like, Nintendo and Microsoft are not together and make your new computer console hybrid thing. But I think everyone's going to end up making sort of samey devices that fulfill all those roles.
Oh,
So
sure.
you're gonna get, like, okay, here's my phone, but my phone also projects a screen on the wall and is as powerful as a current PC or game system. So it's gonna be a mobile / computer / gaming console made by Nintendo or made by Microsoft or made
See,
by
that would be
Sony.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
If somebody could come out with that, that would be amazing. But I still don't think that's going to happen anytime
But
soon.
honestly, I think we're really close to that, though. Ron, you had that the Google Glass, like that was kind of almost in a way an all-in-one.
Not
It
really,
was
no.
running off your phone.
Well, right. Like I kind of see like the Oculus becoming its own thing. You know what I mean? And eventually, I think, yeah, they could kind of put it all into one. Made by Nintendo, made by Microsoft, made by, XYZ.
See, here's the other kicker to this is that I think we have the technology to do this today.
We
Well,
absolutely,
We
do.
absolutely
They
do.
tried
We
with the
don't
Xbox
have-
One and the PS4. They try to make them entertainment centers that fulfill a lot of the
But that
computer
doesn't-
things other than word processing.
Very true.
Yeah, but that doesn't fulfill
Well,
the whole 9 yards.
But let's look at the PS3 though, because when they released the PS3, they said, "Hey, you guys can throw Linux on this thing and do everything you want with it, and it'll game." And they ended up doing away with that with version 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
Of the PS3, they said, nobody's doing this anyway. So I don't know. I think maybe people do like their specialized equipment. My personal opinion, I don't think they will merge. I think specialized equipment is here to stay. It's very distinct, and I think that's just kind of the way it'll always be. You will always have a gaming system. You will always have a PC, but PCs are kind of cheap because you can do anything you want with it, really. But
So you're always going to have a separate music player.
yeah, well, I mean, let's be real. Why do you think there are other MP3 players other than iPods?
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
What's the sales rate? And even what's the sales rate for iPods?
Well, sure, but I mean, there's still a market out there, and people are still buying these other things that do essentially some of the same tasks as other products. And I think, some people are going to be fanboys, and some people just like having these specialized products. That's just me, though. Yeah. Anyway. Damien, what's your take, man?
Okay. I don't think this kind of thing would ever happen solely because of development costs.
Well,
Right?
Those will fair
Okay.
down over-
yeah.
So, like, say,
But again, we're pretty close right now. I mean, my little freaking Note 4 from Samsung does a ton of shit.
Yeah, I know.
I can do almost anything with this.
well, okay, hear me out here. So when you are developing a game, you have to optimize it for every platform, and every platform has different specs it needs to adhere to. And my phone is a hell of a lot different than my desktop computer. So say I couldn't I couldn't efficiently play Civilization Beyond Earth on my phone the way I could on my computer. They would have to come up with an entirely new control scheme and new interface for me to be able to play the game as effectively as on a PC.
I do like playing devil's advocate. So my question is, though, of course, PCs have had years to develop, whereas the cell phone, more specifically the smartphone, is relatively very new. So it doesn't have the development time or the expansion time. What do they call it? Moore's Law or whatever? I mean, that's still a thing, but eventually even that will run out.
Well, that's why it took so long for Hearthstone to come out on the Android, is not because they couldn't run Hearthstone on the Android. It's a very simple game, but they needed to optimize it so it would be able to run on the Android and have it feel like you're actually playing a not clunky, not difficult game. And they got it done with the iPhone first, and you need to do an entire different process with the Android.
Well, but they were also playing to the market, because the Apple market, let's be honest, is much bigger than the Android market right now.
Well, actually, no, it's not.
No, I don't think it is.
Android's much larger, because we have a lot more variety of phones. Yeah, look it up.
Interesting.
I think it's like Apple has like 30%, maybe. Really? I'm not sure of the number. I know it's significantly less.
I know I run into these freaking Apple fanboys everywhere I go. I just kind of assumed, maybe they're just the loudest to yell at each other.
How do you know someone has an iPhone?
Well, because they talk about it.
I was gonna say, don't worry, they'll tell you.
No, that happened today at the event.
We were arguing iPhone and Apple. Or iPhone, Android.
We were talking about Androids or something, and this girl was like, "Oh, Apple's better."
She goes, "That's why I have an iPhone." And I'm like, wait, hold on.
This is an AV conversation. See the fuck your way out of it, please.
Right. Get out of here, fucking Mac user. No one likes.
I just think the development required to run across all platforms and make it not frustrating would cost a lot of money.
Well, wasn't that? And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that also the idea with Linux? When Torvald Linus first developed Linux, he wanted a universal platform, right? That was easy for anybody to use and develop.
Part of it, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he created it, and sadly, it hasn't taken off like Windows or Mac.
Although, don't mistake the question. Maybe I might have said it badly, but I mean, I'm not saying that there's going to be one magic white cube that you carry around in your pocket and is supported by every company ever. I mean, the idea that Nintendo will make a console that is also a handheld, that is also your main computing device instead of having a desktop or a laptop or whatever.
Well, I think they're trying that, though, with like their 3DS and everything. Because your 3DS connects to your Wii U. It connects to the Wii. They're trying to, I guess, homogenize. Microsoft is trying it with all the cell phones now. I mean, the way you put it, it's kind of happening. I don't know if it will be an actual cohesive thing in a while.
I have one more point. I don't want to play StarCraft on my phone, because when I'm on my phone, I'm usually out in public. Like, say you're on your phone on a bus or you're at work or whatever, and you're like doing pretty good and you're building a lot of bases, and then suddenly somebody comes up and starts talking to you, and you don't want to be rude, so you have to put your phone down, and you just lost that game of StarCraft and you lost some rank.
Well, honestly, one of my big reasons that I got the Note 4, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have some rather chubby short digits here, right? So I have to use the stylus on my phone. This thing is amazing. Right? Because I can't play precision games thanks to these fat fucking fingers. I can't. So you would have to develop quite the device to get me to, really game on something that's portable and up to date and blah, blah, blah. There's no way I could do it. It's like I will never be able to play guitar because I don't have the fingers for it. I can't. It's not a thing.
You have drummer fingers.
I do, and that's why I play drums. It's easy. I can't play guitar. I can't play bass.
You can play tuba.
I might be able to do the tuba. Yeah, I might be able to do that. There's like 4 buttons on it, and we're good. So
3 on most of them.
Is it 3? Okay, see, I don't do brass. That's why I hit things really hard, and it ends up making a sound, and I'm happy.
The concussionist.
Yeah, I mean, although I did do like 3 years in drumline, so maybe I'm a little biased. I don't know, but I'm just saying, drumline for the win. Anyway, Coles, what's your take, man?
I mean, you'd have to have almost like a universal controller, especially in like competitive games.
As long as it's not the Steam controller, I'm good.
But but I mean, certain games, keyboard and mouse, I think are always going to work better than like a controller will. So
And
I
it's
mean,
funny that you bring that up, though, because that's kind of the eternal debate with first-person shooters now. You know, so many people are fanboys of keyboard and mouse. We grew up with Doom and Duke Nukem and all that stuff, whereas people now are playing Call of Duty with just the controllers. So,
I mean,
how would you unify that, I guess, would be a question.
you can still plug in your. Well, I guess you could still plug in your keyboard and mouse on your Xbox and like PS4.
Can you? I've never
Yeah.
tried. That'd be interesting.
I know I did it. They have like adapters and stuff for it, the same way you plug in the controller into your computer. But I don't know. For certain games it'd probably work, but for other games, like I don't know. I just feel like computers just will never really be the same as like a handheld game.
Right. The PC gaming master race will win.
Yes, for sure.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel that if it was ever possible, it would be good for certain games, but then there's certain games that just I don't think would ever work for.
You know, it's times like now I do wish I kind of had a time-traveling DeLorean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to go and see what happens,
Of course,
you know?
you never know. Like in the future, the game's gonna be like you can just control it with your mind.
Right, you know, or what was that stupid movie Gamer or something like that where it's all like VR or whatever,
Yep. Yeah.
but you're actually controlling someone. I think that'd be...
Ready Player
Weird.
One. That's coming out
Right.
soon.
I'd be that old guy. Back in my day, we used a chunk of plastic with a D-pad, and
Well,
I'd
at least
smash it on the wall when I'd lose.
in Ready Player One, they still use PCs to plug in, so PCs still do space there.
Right.
There you go.
That's true. So, yeah, Eltheus in chat does say that a lot of games have companion apps. They do. And like Assassin's Creed, and the reason I brought it up is you can play that Assassin's Creed companion app, or at least the Unity one, as its own game on top of what it does for the game. That was the point of why I brought that one up. But, yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to... No? Crickets? Okay.
Crickets.
I like it. Okay, easy way to figure it out. So, let's finally, sadly, we're going to wrap it up today, you guys. Thank you again very much. I do have to shamelessly plug, as Ron does so fantastically with our Six Gaming site, this whole fundraiser that we're doing for the Children's Miracle Network, you guys. I can't overstate this enough. This is a brilliant charity. This is going to children who are, you know, sick, enfeebled, whatever, to give them that last little bit of hope, help with medical bills, you name it. This is for the kids. This isn't adults. Please have a heart. Please give to them. Again, you can check out our stream as well as the link to their donation page if you go to twitch.tv/Necronic, NECRONNIC. Please give generously. I really appreciate it, you guys. Just anything you could do. That's it for me, though, of course, with closing remarks. I will turn it over to Space Captain Damien. What would you like to leave us with?
Bye.
That works. Moving on.
What a space nugget.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch my new video. It has almost 700 views already.
yeah, that's amazing.
Well
by the
done.
way. It's what, like a day and a half old?
I put it out last night. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
I put it out at 9 a.m. this morning, actually.
Even better, and you're already
Yeah.
up. So go
Yeah.
check out that video. It is really pretty cool. I'll speak to that. Pantherian, sir, closing
Okay.
remarks.
So I put this on Facebook. but some of you up in the Twitch and YouTube verse might not have seen. So this was stolen from our shower thoughts on Reddit, but
Uh-oh.
having a toddler is like being on a permanent escort mission. A low AI character tries to follow you around, and if you're not careful enough, they'll find ways to kill themselves.
That's amazing. Yes, that is perfect.
I have described that in similar words to many people before.
Oh my
because
God.
That is what it's like to have a child.
That is
Basically
brilliant.
try to not have them kill themselves. And eventually, someday, they become like Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinity and throw you money and say, Booker, catch!
Right. Well, and okay, so one of the guys that we were playing D&D
Throw
with,
that money, but
it's funny you bring that up. He brought in his 3-year-old son, right? And he comes right over to me for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess I smell good or something. Fuck. But this awesome little kid reaches over towards one of the players next to me, grabs his dice, and then keeps handing me his dice. And then, of course, it would be his turn, and I have a handful of this guy's dice. You know what I mean? I'm like, thanks, buddy. And he would hand me another one. Thanks, buddy. Hand me another one. I'm like, this is awesome. You know, thanks for the collection.
They do crazy stuff. Like I open up the dishwasher, and my son goes over to it, and he picks up a knife, and he hands it to me. And then he picks up a knife, and he hands it to me. And he picks up a fork, and he hands it to me. And I'm like, these are still dirty. I can't put them away yet.
That's awesome. I love that. Oh, shit. That's cute as hell, man. I'm all for it. I gotta remember that. For anyone who's a gamer and you're trying to have kids, remember that advice. That'll tell you. All right, Coles. Please tell me you can top that.
I don't even want to. No, there's no way to top this.
Well done. Well done. Well, anything you want to leave for anybody? Homework sucks. I mean, come on, bro.
Homework does suck. Yeah. Homework definitely not greater than video games.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm getting ready to retake the Security Plus test, so I'm studying too. So, all right, Ron.
Take a good look around. This is the last time you're going to see any of this.
Right,
Oh,
you're
damn.
going to be gone a couple weeks, right?
Is that a ball of champagne over there?
Yes, it is. I was trying to get Ron to tell us who that champagne was going to, but he doesn't remember. So, yep, that's the last time you guys are going to see that apartment for, what,
Crazy.
like 3 weeks, I think? Maybe more, depending on when it's internet.
Ever. He's
Well,
moving.
oh, that's right, he's moving, so I phrased it badly, but...
Time to say goodbye.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna go back and
Folks
break
and
it.
hoes.
right. I shed a tear for your apartment, Ron. Don't worry. I did. So, finally, for me, again, you guys, please check out our Twitch stream. It's D&D, I know it's just too awesome for you guys to handle, but it's amazing, and we're doing this for the children. Please. Anyway, thank you again, you guys. I love having you every week, as always. We look forward to doing this for you guys next week at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time every Saturday. And Ron's going to probably yell at me for saying Central Standard Time. I don't care. Thank you guys very much. And finally, Mr. Roncliffe, who I think is absent, can you take it away?
See you, bye.
I like it. We're
That's
done.
how we have the show.